Good morning, this is Angela Thoma with Dogwood Paper Arts, and I am back to share with you my digital kit called Sweetheart, like a sweet and a heart. I didn't put the two together, but when you say it, it's Sweetheart. So I should have just stuck the word together. But I wanted to share with you my images. I am a member of the Graphics Fairy site, and I use a lot of her images from different sets and pull them together. As well, I get items from Pixabay, and I also get items from domain-free, copyright-free areas, and I cut things out of those with my computer graphics program, and I install those into these. So, let's get started. Sorry, I have to clear my throat. So this one here is, of course, the tags. There's 1, 2, 3 large tags and 2 of this size tag. They're slightly different, and then a smaller one and even a smaller one. So there's that one. Okay, let's bring you in just a little bit closer. How's that? That better? Okay, and here's some more tags that are slightly different shapes, except for this one. And then here's some images from a copyright-free area. I thought those were so adorable. And here are 2 library cards. Now they measure, not that way, 3 3/8 by 5 11/16. So they're quite large. If you print on the back, or if you put paper on the back, it'd make great journaling front and back. And this piece here is a perfume bottle, and I have re-etched it with some other colors, and I have put the two together at the base so that you can cut them out and make a little folding journaling spot. And here are the library pockets. Library card pockets. And once again, what I've done here is this side has the picture facing up. This one is down because when you fold it up, it goes, it will go upright, but it will go to the back. So your choice here is either to print something on the back that you're going to really like, flipping up here and covering that bird. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the bird up there, but if I did done it different, I could have. But anyway, or you can flip this over so the bird is showing, and I'll cut this out and show you. So the bird is showing, and then redo the back of this. And you could use one of the papers in the kit to cover the back here. And same way with this pocket. Now these should fit those cards, we hope. And then here are 2 more pockets, and then 2 graphic or domain-free images. Okay, now this set of papers is the same as this one back here. I just wanted to show you that some printers will not print all the way out. And so this is the image you get when you print them out on a printer that doesn't print all the way to the edges. So this is what an 8.5 by 11 prints out as. So we'll take a quick look at those. So yeah, let's do that first. Sometimes when you go borderless, it will go clear to the edge, but will take up some of your image. But really not bad. You know, it looks the same. So this one is borderless. And you can see it's basically the same. So let's look at the borderless ones. Okay, so here's this one with the beautiful stained glass windows in it. And I've added some little things in them, a teacup and pictures and some nice fat lace up there. Lots of flowers, and here's that perfume bottle sneaking up in there. Let's go out just slightly. There we go. Okay, so let's go this way. Now, I figured this could be a nice background paper to print on the back of these. I have a couple like that, like this one. I've just taken the images and added some lace and another trim piece in here. I believe this is a Pixabay image, and maybe a Pixabay rose, and this one's from Graphics Fairy, I know, and the lace is from Graphics Fairy. So it's just a nice grungy pink background. And these are from the Graphics Fairy, and I've just put in here more images of flowers and stamps. I thought that would make a nice backing paper as well. Here's one of the journal pages. Lots of place to journal on this one. And here's one. And here's that bird. He shows up again. I kind of think on this one, I have to come back to it, that it would be really cool to not fussy, but take an X-Acto knife and cut around these right here, and that would be a nice little tuck spot. So on the back of it, you would have to put another paper, of course. You might want to put a stiffer paper on it to start with to cut around that. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know. We'll see. But I think it would be a really cool tuck spot. And this one. And this one. I love this one. It's very simple, but it's neat because you have the lines back here, and then you have these lines so you can write a different direction in here. And I always love that when you can write in different directions. And here's this one. And this one. Got a little wild there, didn't I? Just playing around with the computer. Learning how to work things. Now, this one here, I just could not pull that center line together, but it folds there, so it would be taken up. But just beautiful, isn't it? And here's this one. Now, I don't know what happened to it, but for some reason when I print this out, I have a white checked thing over this, and the white check does not print out. Perhaps I have it positioned wrong. I really don't know. But this is the way it comes, without the checking on it. So there we go. So that is my new digital kit. It has 17 full pages, 12 that are journaling, and 4 or 5, 1, 2, 5, oh, 12, 15, 16, yeah, 17. 5 that are ephemera. And it all comes in one kit. I was able to figure out those numbers so I could combine what I could. Sorry if that makes a noise with my cord. I had to move it. So let's cut this out and see what happens. I just don't know, really. Let's see, how much time? Oh, we're 14 minutes in. Let's back up a little bit. So, of course, I'm going to have to fussy cut that out, aren't I? And these are available now on my Etsy site. Let me get rid of some of this extra paper. There we go. And we'll cut around these little feeties. So I have been off camera since Friday, and today is Wednesday. Friday I went up and got I went up and was able to get vaccine number 1 of 2. My husband and I were able to get it. And so it went just fine. I did get really tired the next day, but that could have been just stress tired, because I was stressed about getting the shot. I was stressed about not having the shot, you know. So when I finally got it, I think when I finally got home, I was just ready to relax, you know, and not be stressed anymore. So I think that's what happened. The injection did not hurt at all. And the site, I was much more sore with my flu shot. So anyway, it went good, went fine. So Saturday, I tried to do a few things, but really, like I said, I slept most of the day. Was feeling really, you know, a little nausea, just like, you know, like I'd had a flu shot. So, but I got up and tried to do some things with glue, and my fingers got all gluey. And so my skin was coming up on my thumb, and I went to bite it off. And I bumped my front tooth wrong with one of my fingernails. And part of my tooth popped out. Just out of the front. Just a stripe popped out of my tooth. It didn't even go all the way through. It was just a weird stripey thing. So anyway, my daughter works for a dentist, and I called her, and she told me what to do, which was, there's nothing we can do. It's the weekend, and I knew that, and I wasn't too concerned because it wasn't like the whole tooth had fallen out, and it wasn't at all painful. But anyway, I went in on Tuesday, yesterday, which meant I had to go to Albany, which meant I had to go shopping afterwards. So I went to Joann's. But anyway, when I got in there yesterday, I told my daughter, I've decided that I want a bright purple stripe put in my tooth. Because, you know, that would be so cool. And she was stunned. And she says, well, I'm not going to let you do it. And I was like, oh, Dad would kill me anyway. So let's fold these together. And there we go. We have a little tiny booklet. And of course, because my cutting is off, you would want to kind of round these up with each other. Anyway, I just thought it was funny, you know, thinking about having a bright purple stripe in my mouth. Wouldn't that be something? Well, purple is one of my favorite colors. And green. And sometimes yellow. Not always, but when I see yellow, I love it. But it's not always my favorite color. So, I don't know. How do you explain that? Okay, so not cutting out all those other spots. Let's cut this side down. So it does have to be evened up a little bit. I don't know if I could get it to be perfect. But I think it's pretty cool anyway. And then if you wanted, you could go through and cut out all those extra spots. But let's ink it up, if I can find my inky dinky doo. And I think I would want to ink both sides. And I'd probably want to put maybe a coffee dyed paper in here. Oh, you know what would be pretty is the avocado dyed papers. I think I have some from my niece and some from another seller. I'll be so glad for warm weather again. I love the winter though, and so it's terrible to try and wish it away, but I am so excited about coffee dyeing and tea dyeing and rose dyeing, and I want to learn to eco dye because I'm no good at it, and so it's something I need to learn. And so we have that to do, and let's ink up these little white spots because I don't feel like I want to get in there and cut those down. And we'll get rid of the rest of the white edges. Yeah, look at that. Nice. Very nice. And there we are, a little journaling card, or you could cut it in half and make tags out of them. So that would work as well. And I have some here that were a misprint. Where are they? This is my misprints, which means they didn't fit on the sheet correctly for me. So here's some bigger ones. So if you printed these at a 5x7 size, of course they would be larger and taller, and then you would get tags out of them. So that would be something you could do too, is to print this one page a little bigger, and you would have a wonderful tag. So let's see, if that's a 5x7, that is a 4.5 by 7. So, you know, it wouldn't even have to be that big. So just an idea to let you know that you can print them bigger and get a bigger piece. You could be more careful and cut in the edges, which I'm not doing right now. I'm just trying to get it done. So I am not fussy cutting around these. I am what Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah calls, I think, kiss cutting. So it's like right up on the edge. So let's see if this will make a nice tag. Get rid of the pieces we don't want to work around too much. I think you're supposed to be more careful going around it than I was. So I'm going to darken up that because I don't want to cut those out. Although it would look better if I did. But it's just time right now. We're not making a journal or anything. I'm just showing you what can be done if you want to print them out at a little bit larger size. So you would want to back this with something and then cut that out again. And then probably the smaller hole would be better in this one because it would be just a little more feminine. Give it a little cut there. And then put in your eyelet. And there you go. You have a little journaling pocket, or you could print this size and make a bigger journaling pocket. So, but they do need to be backed, definitely. And then we have, of course, some library cards. They are pretty on their own, but if you wanted to decorate them up, it would be quite easy. Let me cut that little piece off over there. There we go. And let's find a library card pocket. And we'll find out if they fit. So, shall we do the bird and we'll see what it looks like? There we go. Let's experiment. I sure love making digitals. Oh my gosh. But it takes, well, it takes a long time. For me, because I'm learning the program right now. And, you know, it's just learning shortcuts to making the pieces and just different things like that. There we go. So we have a fold line on it right here on both sides. So you'd want to fold that in like this. I think I folded that one in too far. And then this folds right along there. So if you fold it up this way, this is what your pocket looks like. If you fold it this way, this is what your pocket looks like. So either way, it's very nice. Did you knock, dear? I think my husband knocked at me, but oh no. So either way, now, where's that? Did I get the card cut out? It's going to be too tall for this pocket. I can tell that. So there it is. I think that's okay though. It could be cut off on the bottom, and then some of that could be used for something else if you want them to be the same height. So that's that one. Or it can go this way, like this. And then you could put a design down here. Let's see. Let's take one of the pockets that I had, and we'll take this one off. These are the pockets that I first made, and they were wrong. They were all wrong. So if you print two of these out, then you could get the piece you might be looking for. This piece may be smaller. We'll find out. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm off camera. Shoot. Working close to myself. Must be my new glasses. Disturbing me. Okay, so let's glue that on there. And I can see that it's off just a little bit. So we'll fill in this spot over here, because this was, remember I said, a different size card. Let me put those up there. So let's go ahead and glue this down. So I am behind on stuff, way behind, not filming for several days because I was not feeling so sharp, and then I had a tooth problem, and one thing it did was make it so I couldn't talk as well, which was really disturbing for me, because, whoops, that was upside down, ladies and gentlemen. That was very disturbing for me, that I couldn't talk all the time. So, us video people, we just have a thing about chatting. We like to chat. Okay, so there's that part. And then I need to clip that one down just a little bit. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and put that to the back. Or you can put it to the inside, either way. I kind of like to flip mine over to the back and then it's out of the way completely. Okay, if I clean some of this stuff off up here, I will make room for myself. And so there we go, that's better. And let's see here. Little piece could go there, but I think would look better with maybe a piece of washi tape. Let me grab a piece of washi tape. Oh look, here's some dots. Red dots. Let's see if they work. Well, I don't really like them, to be honest with you. I'm not putting them on there, I don't like them. My sewing machine is in the way just a little bit. Oops. That's my tools. I need my next drawer down. Where is it? Oh, I have 3 drawers full. My goodness. Let's go with this pretty blingy one. I think it has to be, I think it has to be glued down. From what I remember about the bright and shiny stuff. So let's do that. And we're going to put it right on that edge. We're going to cut that off right there. And then I cut it in an angle. Me and cutting straight, we don't match up. Isn't that something? Okay, so I'm just going to flip that over to the back. Just put a little bit of glue on it. And there we go. We have a little bit of a card there with a blingy edge. And of course, I forgot to inky it up. And if you cut better, that would be better. Okay. And you would want to back this card maybe, or print it out on a thicker cardstock. Mine is printed out on, so you can leave this card big. Mine's printed out on presentation paper. Or you could cut off the top and the bottom, and that would just leave a library card. So let's give that a try. Now you could cut it with your Tim Holtz cutter or tear it with a raggedy cutter. There's a little raggedy edge. And let's see what that looks like. And this would need to be backed, of course. And there, it fits perfectly. And that would be a perfect journaling card. So now, let's take a look at the other one. If we turn it the other way, that means we have to do a little more decorating, doesn't it? There we go. So I think I would probably add some more stuff to this. Perhaps I would find my stuff like this and cut a little piece of it. I think that I would probably fray it up pretty good. And apply that. And then I think, oh, I don't have my Valentine stuff here, but perhaps, oh, what could we put on there? I know I have some ephemera here somewhere. This is the other item we're working on. Perhaps here's a stamp, another stamp, too big. Yeah, maybe a little bird stamp. That's too big. Stamps are too big. We need smaller stamps. Let me grab those. Whoops. Don't step on your Tim Holtz board when you stand up. There we go. And let's look here. Oh, there's a nice big stamp. Oh, there's a very pretty red with a red flower. Love that. So probably you'd want that piece to be bigger or the stamp to be smaller. There, we'll go with this one. This is a Tim Holtz stamp. So even just a little bit of ephemera, you know, keeps it more vintage than this does. This is really just not vintage enough for me on the edge. So I think probably I would go back and maybe put something else there, because I don't like the way it looks. It's not vintage enough here. This is too blingy, is what I'm saying. I'm saying it's just too blingy. So I think I would probably put this in here. That would be upside down. I think I would. Let's just do it and see what happens. Yeah, it's just not vintage enough for me. You know, sometimes you gotta try different things. I don't need that much glue because it's not gonna go that far. But let's put it right into there, and let's put it right up to the lace's edge. There we go. Oh, that looks better. Yep. Much better. Yeah, that's what it needed. It needed to stay in the vintage style. So that's a lot better. So there's that one. And then this one, let's cut it out really quick. Sorry if it's not straight. Oh, that's not straight at all. Let's bring the helper cutter up here. Let's go this way. Ta-da! And then we'll go this way and cut that off just slightly more because it's so crooked. And we'll cut this one off straight because that's the one that's really crooked. And there. Ta-da! Much better. Then we need this. Sometimes it is quicker to just use cutter. Now, one thing about the pockets, if you don't want them so deep, you can actually cut them off shorter. And it's not going to hurt the design. I mean, it will cut part of the design off, of course. Now, let's go down to here. And let's go right about there. Right about there. We'll do that. And then we're going to flip it around this way. We're going to line that up, bring this up to this line. It won't be perfect, but it will be straighter for me. Ta-da! There we go. Cut that bottom off. And that bottom off. Move that. Toss those out of the way. Okay, get rid of that for sure. Oh, I think let's try this on these corners, see if we can get them to look a little bit better. This is a 1/2 inch corner. Perfect. So if you do cut them off straight, you can do a 1/2 inch corner rounder on them and it will cut it off perfect. Okay, so now let's say we have to decorate this upper part because we like this part better. So we are going to flip this part up here. Now, one thing that might help is to go ahead and give this little thing a score. Oh dear. You know, I thought I saw my bone folder pop out of here, and I sure did when it spilled over. I hope it didn't go in my garbage, because I'll probably never find it down there and all that little scrappy-doos. Okay. So you want to line this up on one of the lines, and what I normally do is put my blade, the sharper end, on the board, and then I scoot this up to it, and then I kind of line it up down here, and that helps me to get pretty close to that score line where it needs to score. Right? So now we have, oops, I went too far. Okay. All right, let's fold that over. And let's take a look at it. Be sure it looks okay. Yep. Let's go back and put some ink on there. And I'm going to go ahead and ink this edge because I want to cover this. There we go. Okay, so let's take one of our I guess I need to make a, let's take one of these and make a background. Oh, the roses, I think we want them to go up this way. So let's go ahead and just put some glue on here and then we'll set that down. And I'm going to just try to line that up a little bit. Try, I said. I didn't say I would, I said I would try. First of all, my paper is just too large right now. Sorry about my head being in the camera. Okay. And let's wipe that up. This is the board I try not to get all dirty. Should have removed it before I started gluing. Okay. Let's get the glue off the back here. That's the thing about stick glue, is it's just really gluey. You know, my dog's been in here. Dog hair. Okay. Okay, so there we go. We would just put backing on it and fold those over and glue them down. Just like that. And then we would finish decorating this little piece where it needs some ephemera. So I want it to match my other one. So this time I think I could go with that. Or what else could I do? I could find my, oh, I saw my bone folder. Find my little lace basket, my extra laces. There's a little snippet that I made from something else that could go on there. And then a little button, but it feels like it needs something else with it. Maybe just a little more lace. Oh, look, there's a pretty little heart we could put on there. Hearts are good. Let's put this down. Okay, clip that off. And then it needs something else there. Oh, this would have been perfect. Look at that. The moda numbers. Oh, my stomach's growling. Saying grr. Grr. Grr, grr, grr. So, this. And this can go there. And just a little more dot. Let's bring this one down just a little bit. And then probably that one right about there. There we go. That looks pretty. And then we could put that on there, but it doesn't need it now. Let's put on some little pearly guys or gals, whatever you want to call them. Do we want medium size? Yes. So let's start in about the middle. Of course, it always looks like the middle when you first go to put it down, and then you put it there and you look at it and it's like, that's not the middle. And then we would want one right here and one right up here. Got a big long string. And then since we did that, we probably want to put some on here as well. Maybe we do want that. No, we don't. Let's just put, let's just put Some little tiny ones up here. Because we're going to have our card up here anyway, on here. Our little library card. My finger is gluey. That doesn't help gluing things down when the finger is gluey. Okay. And then somewhere we have a library card. That's the extras. What'd I do? Throw it away? I might have tossed it. That's that. Good heavens, Ange. What'd you do with it? Oh, here it is. So, trying to figure out where to put everything. So we can once again leave this the length it is, or we can cut it off to fit. It is up to you. Looks like it needs something right there. I think I'll leave this one. Maybe. If I cut it off right there, then it'll be below those. Right here. I think I have do I have a new color? Nouveau. Crystal Drops. Copper Penny. That's not really what I wanted. Not Copper Penny. That's purple. Oh, here. This is Stickles Thistle. Now, it might be too purple. Always practice with these on something else, because if they pop out the first time, sometimes they come out just as... It's kind of purpley. Yeah, too purple. Always practice on a piece of paper first before you charge in to put it on your maybe I just bought purples. I thought I bought a pink, but maybe not. I gotta turn my thing around here so I can see some of the other colors. Well, here is a purple or a pink in that, but that's not what I wanted. Let's just use Stardust. It'll be pretty. Nope, not Stardust either. That's not the one. This one is Auburn. I'm sorry, I'm being too picky. Here we go. This will match the pearls. This one is Caramel Cream Metallic. This is more what I need. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Let me get rid of that. And then don't let me touch it, because I will. The only thing about these that I don't like is that they come up to these little points like chocolate kisses. And I would rather they didn't. So I'm not really sure how to get them to lay down into a nice circle. Something I need to practice. Definitely. So then you'll want to leave those to dry. Until they're dry. Okay, so there we go. That's what they look like. And our little blings up here. And then this one. All we did was add that. And so anyway, that is my newest kit. It'll probably be a long time before I make another one. And because it takes a lot of time. Something that I just don't have a lot of lately. So anyway, thank you for stopping by and for watching this video. Like I said, these are on my Etsy site right now and will be there for a long time. Okay. Hugs to everyone and thank you for being here. Thank you subscribers and new subscribers and more videos to come. Bye-bye.